So I thought waiting for a higher paying client was a smart business move in order to make more money. But I realized 7 months later that that decision cost me over $35,000. Stay tuned. I'm going to tell you how you can avoid the same mistake in your business. I'm Chuck Frederick, owner slash administrator of Helping Hands Residential Care Home. And I'm going to give you some details on what you can do and the mistakes that I made in my business so you don't have to make those same mistakes. So when you come into the assisted living business, you get everything going, you're ready to start moving your residents in, and you set your rates. There are a plethora of potential residents that are able to move into your facility, but that may not quite meet the rates that you're looking for. So in the area that I'm in, Port St. Lucie, you can get between 3,000, 4,000, 4,500, 5 grand for a private or shared room in that price range, depending on your facility. So my facility was built in 2021, brand new construction facility built for assisted living, one of the nicest facilities in the area. So you set your standard, you set your prices, and you want to go for what you know. So as business start going, you start filling beds and you're enjoying the ride. Once you get your first couple clients, once you get your first couple residents, you're feeling good, you're confident, and things are heading in the right direction. Now, when you get down to your last 1 or 2 rooms, you become very selective of who you want to put in those spaces, because at the end of the day, once you're filled, that's it. You can't bring in any more residents. So you may not be as negotiable, or what's the word I'm looking for? You may not be as open to negotiating your rates to be able to fill that bed or bring in that resident. So my thing was my private room, you got 2 closets, you got a living room space, you got enough room for a queen size bed, you have your own bathroom. So I'm like, no way I'm just gonna move someone in for less than what this room is worth. It's a great room. But the biggest issue I was facing is that I wasn't looking at the bigger picture. So I'm waiting and people touring and they love it. And I'm like, this is what we're looking for, that we want, and we just have to, it's not working in the sense. It didn't make sense for me at that time. So a month go by, 2 months goes by, time is rolling, and I look up 7 months later, and this room has been empty. And I talked to another colleague of mine. He's newer in the business as well, and he experienced some of the same emotions that I was feeling when he got started. And we had a conversation, and he pretty much said, I felt the same way. I'm like, I got to get these certain rates. This is what I expect, what I want for my facility. Once you set a certain standard, you want to make sure that you continue to meet that standard in order to have the revenue you need in order to continue to grow the business, if that makes sense. But he listened. He said to me, Charles, man, you be in the business and you're waiting for this certain resident that can pay this certain amount to come, and time goes by and that bed is empty. So it's potential revenue that you're missing out on because you're waiting for that certain client. And it's like I had a light bulb go off in my head at that moment, because I was in that same situation, and I had one private room that sat empty for over 7 months at the rate that I wanted. So that same week that I had that conversation with him, I had somebody come in that was less than I wanted for that room, but it was time to fill that room, because when you think about, even if I went $1,000 under the price that I wanted, 7 months of income at that price is still $30,000. So you think about the income that was missed. You have a private room that you want to get $5,000 a month for, but you end up getting $4,000 a month for. It's been sitting empty for 7 months. 7 times 4, 28 grand. So that's 28 additional thousand. I'm sorry, $28,000 additional that you could have had. That you could have had additional staff, planned more activities, made some upgrades, added some decorations for holidays, or additional income for the business that you could have had saved for capital expenditures, anything that comes up. So there's a saying that I learned a long time ago: a bird in the hand is better than two in the bush. And that pretty much means you can have this right here, or you can go looking for that over there. But when you let this go, it's no guarantee that you'll have that. So that pretty much means a client today is better than a better paying client tomorrow. You wait and that room sitting empty, and it's like you flushing money down the toilet because it's 4,000, 8,000, 12,000, 16,000, and it's just bed isn't being filled because you're holding out for a certain amount of money. So the main thing in the business is getting your beds filled. I can't overstate it. I say it all the time, but I wasn't practicing what I preach. You don't want to turn into a Motel 6, but you definitely don't want to hold out if the demand for that number that you want isn't there. So fill your beds, make sure you have a plan in place in order to continue to market and be able to keep a lead flow coming in. So in the event that you lose a resident or you have a bed, that you have people that are in position or that are ready to fill that bed. So tell me, have any of you made the same mistakes in your business plan? What's your marketing plan? Comment below. Let me know what y'all think. If this is something that makes sense, because it was mind blowing for me. Now I'm finally filled after I got my license in August 2023. I'm filled now. I haven't been filled because I've been waiting for this magical person to come through and like, hey, I got $6,000. Let's do it. But that wasn't the case. So until you are able to achieve the rates that you want and reach those numbers, get those beds filled, provide great service, and allow your business to grow based on referrals, reviews, and continue to go from there. So if this video was helpful, leave a comment, like, share it with somebody else who you think it'll be helpful for. Again, my name is Chuck Frederick with Helping Hands Residential Care Home. You can find me as DGT Chuck on all social media platforms. Appreciate you guys for watching. See you next time.